Welcome back to another painting session. As you can probably see, first of all, the layout of today, and I have a new piece of paper on my on my table. The first one I ever used was this big old hunk of cardboard right here. I've been using this for all of my painting until now because one little issue. See, it's not supposed to do that. It's been like that for quite some time, about maybe 2 to 3 months. But because it's a very thick piece of cardboard, it is not split in two. It just folds. Um, so yeah, I got this Hobby Lobby, um, along with the paper I'll be using today. Speaking of paper, I'll be using paper to make this into realization. Um, this will be the last cultural painting unless I do another series. I'm doing basically like the same thing, or like covering other cultures like I've had the past few times. If you want to suggest something, I'll be more than happy to accept it and to have my own rendition of it. Of course, I'll try to be as respectful as I can to the authenticity of it and make it as respective to the culture as much as I can. I'm very proud to do so if any of you have any ideas. Um, and this, well, talking about cultures, this one is going to be themed black and white, but it was um, influenced by the Bolivian salt flats. Forgot their name, which is a bit unfortunate. Um, but they're the largest salt flats in the world. There's some of them, I believe, the salt flats cross over into Argentina, but I may be wrong about that. They're huge. They take up about the span of about like Dallas, if you compare them from the satellites. Dallas, Fort Worth, Boston, New York City, LA, even like Perry Perry or London, even like Japan, or Tokyo, though maybe not that one. It's a very sizable chunk of salt. And when it rains, or when it just gets moisture, it reflects. It reflects everything from the sky down. So it seems very heavenly there. Um, there's good photos would showcase it with a beautiful baby blue backdrop with fluffy white clouds. And that is the feel that I will plan to imitate and uh, maybe meld into my style of painting with planets in space. Hopefully, I do well. I'll bring over a sketch again. If you look closely, there will be two mountain ranges. Both over here, they will be reflected down. Of course, I will try to be as how do you say? And I forgot the word, but I'll try to be as similar as I can with both of these, make them look the same. But the main highlight, the main, well, um, apart from the reflection, of course, the main draw will be here. These two twin peaks going through the clouds, piercing the sky, looking like they're cradling this planet right here. Of course, it will probably course through here, but that is fine. It's okay. Um, as it had here, I might stick with something like this. Like the edge is like right here; it doesn't go over. Though I might go with here, depending on uh, like proportions and everything. There will be, of course, trees. Though there's not really any. There's, I believe, there's cacti there, but not a lot of trees in the salt flats, as there's salt there. but there will be mountains with trees, clouds everywhere. So yeah, I plan to make the clouds. Uh, I I I think I'm gonna have them very light gray, and then have them highlights with white, or I might just make white. I don't know. As for the space, it won't just be black. It will have a gradient of space. It will have it will have dark and then go down lighter, like the last painting, where it was purple and then pink in the center. It'll be similar here. So that's what I aim to do. The clouds might be a bit lower, but it might be lower in the mountain ranges, but not the two peaks. Two peaks will be about the same. It'll be like here, will be the clouds. Of course, the planets here is much bigger in proportion than this, so I will have to adjust, but the idea will maintain the same. These will be separate. I don't think I'm going to connect them. They might just intersect here, but that'll be it. But yeah, I'm gonna try my best to imitate it down there. I don't believe I will make a I think I'll add water lines, but I don't think I'm going to make the water effect. I'm not going to make it wobbly, so I'll just leave it as it is. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah, I think it'll go well. Oh, one more thing. Usually when I make these squibbles, that means I'm going to make a moon. I will not be making a moon. There'll be, I am deciding on doing this, like the Crimson Gate painting, or just making the streaks like last video. So, what to do, but I don't know. So, yeah, that pretty much covers intro. I'll put this away, and I'll get it started. Hopefully, you all enjoy. And this is the finished product. There's some good and some bad with this. I'll start off with the bad. You might have noticed that I had to pause a few times and get something like a new brush. That's because my brushes were too spaced out. I've been using acetone as it should work against spray paint, but it seems to not go all the way in. Having like I can only assume that there's wedges of dried paint in my brushes, causing them to part. So that's that goes out of that. But equally, like, uh, symmetry. Yeah, the symmetry is not the best. Like over here, I just realized this is one mountain. That's two. Um, this is a bit different. I was still contemplating, even while painting this right before, if I should cause a ripple or not, but I just stuck with the water lines, and I think that's fine. I also glazed it a tiny bit with white, just a dusting to make it look dull. Um, again, of course, against this. But on to the good things. Well, there's one more bad thing. The planets, not all of them look good. Like one, two, yeah, maybe three. Yeah, I mean, this one's fine. This one I guess could be fine, but it has to be a bit bigger to expand on it. But this is too small for that texture. And this way too much shadow. And it has peel. So just it's fine. But oh, even when I gonna go and do the good things, there's one more bad thing. When I picked up the separator or the divider, it scraped or peeled some of the paper off, which surprised me. So there's these tears here that are just protruding a bit, though they should not at all cause an issue later on. It would just be a bit of an eyesore if you look closely. But on to the good things. Comets are good. They're pretty good on symmetry. The mountains in the back, I like how they look. I faded them a tiny bit with whites, just like I did this, to make it seem far away. Could have been more gray in the interior of the clouds, but that's fine. They seem more cottony or soft this way. Um, Mountains look good, except for, symmetry and all. They look fine. Good mountains. Trees, okay. Water lines, like I said, good. Clouds, alright. Although I could have raised this a bit. That's fine. Space gradient looks great. Um, but the planets overall look fine. There's a hair in there. I'm gonna remove that later when it's dry. I'm not gonna test it now. But it's good. I like it. I mean, maybe my signature is a bit too big, but all in all, I think it is just fine. Um, Anything else? No, not quite. This should be the end of this little series. Of course, I'll get another painting in the works. I have a few ideas that I've made in the past before I started this tiny little series, but I'll probably just pick one of those. Either way, he'll be maybe better or the same as this. Of course, it'll be a bit different. This might be the most extravagant black and white painting I've ever made, um, or a reflection painting overall that I've ever made, or maybe in total. I don't know. So I had to make new stencils just for this, and well, I'm pretty proud with it. I think it's good. Um, yeah, pretty much it. It's a bit equal with the other best ones. It's fine. All the paintings, they're good, they're great. But for me, as the one who made them, I just think they're fine. because I could always find the issues with them, unfortunately. So with that out of the way, I'm gonna have closing words while I zoom in as always. I hope you have enjoyed today's painting session as much as I have, along with the product of today's painting session. Like I said previously, I don't know particularly what the next video will hold, but I know that it will most hopefully satisfy you and me both. And until that next video, as always, it is night where I am. So that is how I will end this off. Again, I hope that all of you have enjoyed today's painting session. If you have any compliments or criticisms that I forgot or failed to mention, feel free to voice your thoughts in the comment section below, or voice your thoughts in the like and dislikes, among some other things, of course. And of course, like I said before, I hope that all of you have enjoyed today's painting session. And until that next video, whatever that may be, I hope that all of you have a great night. Bye-bye.